Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So this week is a video that I've been sleeping on for a little while. I over Christmas got a 23andMe DNA kit, and I got the results back late January, and I just haven't filmed a video. But I'm really excited to film it for you guys today and to talk about my results. I don't know if anybody else really besides me finds this interesting, and I mean, I know that there are people out there who do, because obviously there wouldn't be that many people who bought from, from so many DNA places. But I love watching these videos, and I know that there are other people out there who also enjoy watching them. So let's get started. So I filmed like a cute little clip when I sent my DNA kit out, but I explained a little of it in the end of my Chicago vlog, but I didn't realize that when I updated my phone, it updated my video preferences, and so all of the footage that I filmed was unusable. But I got it fixed, it's fine, I just can't use that clip. So pretend that I have inserted a fun clip of me showing you my 23andMe box, which I definitely threw away like a month ago. Other than that, let's just jump in. We're gonna go into the 23andMe app, which is really cool. And so this is what I think is really cool, that it breaks down everything you are. And for the most part, like, yeah, I knew exactly what it was gonna be because my family has done a lot of it and they know a lot more. So like, I knew pretty much what was gonna be in my DNA, but some of it was a little bit of a shock. So I am 100% European, which comes as a shock to no one. I am 41.1% British and Irish, which makes complete sense because I have family from Scotland on both my mom's side and my dad's side, and I have family from England on my mom's side, which is really cool. The family from Scotland on my mom's side actually moved to the United States because we had family members who were burnt at the stake for being witches, and so they had to leave Scotland to escape persecution. And I found out not too long ago, probably a couple of years ago, that I actually have a cousin who apparently founded the Church of Wicca. Her name's like Yvonne or Yvette or something. So like, does that explain my obsession with Harry Potter? I don't know, but it's definitely something. I am 23% French and German in the categorization of French and German, which is all German. My dad's family is from Germany, and so I knew that that was going to be a pretty high percentage. I didn't actually expect it to be that much, but I knew that there was going to be a lot. I have 5% Eastern European, which traces to like the Baltic Sea and to a more recent influx of Slavic speaking peoples from north of the Black Sea, which is really cool. I don't know entirely what that, like, I know where the Baltic Sea is and I know all of that, but I don't necessarily completely understand that. I have 2.7% Spanish and Portuguese, which makes sense because my dad's grandma was from Mexico and her husband was from Spain. So I've got a lot of that like Spanish like from Latin America and then from Spain. One of the like a little bit of the kickers was I am 2% Scandinavian, which like definitely didn't carry those genes down with me because I don't look Scandinavian at all. I am broadly Northwestern European, which at 15.5%, a lot of that is probably also going to be German, but it says that Northwestern Europeans are represented by people from as far west as Ireland, as far north as Norway, as far east as Finland, and as far south as France. These countries rim the North and Baltic Seas and have been connected throughout much of history by those waters. Broadly Northwestern European DNA matches several specific populations and cannot be assigned to just one. This specific heritage may be the result of extensive migration, possibly including the Germanic invasions of the early Middle Ages. So it's gonna be probably some Scottish, some English, some German, all of that kind of thrown in together. I am 4% broadly Southern European, which includes the Iberian, Italian, and Balkan peninsulas, as well as the island of Malta, which is a region defined by part of the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean has provided transportation routes, keeping these regions connected culturally and genetically. Broadly Southern European DNA matches several specific populations and is difficult to assign to just one. And then I'm 1.9% broadly European, so they can't classify all of it. Here's the kicker though. So I have 3.2% sub-Saharan African DNA. And like, I learned a family secret that I didn't know. So apparently, my grandma, we can trace her family back here in Texas for like 15 generations. Like, they've been here a really long time. And my mom, when I showed her my results, was like, oh, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Granny used to tell me the story about how her family owned slaves, which obviously is, you know, when you've been in the South for that long, a lot of families in past generations owned slaves. I was like, oh, okay, like, I didn't know that, but like, okay. And Granny used to tell the story to my mom, which don't know how I never heard the story, but she used to tell the story to my mom that I had like a however many times great grandpa in, obviously during the Civil War, that like took a slave as his own. And so down the line I have like a 100% African grandmother, which like obviously isn't something to be proud of. But like it's there and like I can't change it because, you know, history, but like it's interesting to know that that was a part of my family history that I didn't know before. But from what I've learned about Ancestry DNA is that they don't have a lot of DNA from African countries. So, I mean, what I've got obviously is there, but it says that I have 1% Southern East African, 1% Congolese, 0.7% Nigerian, 0.3% Senegambian and Ghanaian, and 0.2% broadly sub-Saharan African. So, like, it's interesting to know that that was a part of the family history and that, you know, it's part of my background. There is 1.5% East Asian and Native American, which makes sense as my grandmother her grandma was part Cherokee. That breaks down to 1.4% Native American and then 0.1% broadly Northern Asian and Native American. So it's basically like one, you know, that's that whole 1.5 is Native American. And then there's 0.3% that's unassigned. But what's really cool about 23andMe DNA is that it breaks down and you can like explore a little bit more about your ancestry. So it gives you an ancestry timeline and tells you, it breaks down like, oh, your like closest relative came from like this place like this many generations ago. And so it's like British and Irish was 1 to 3 generations ago, French and German was 2 to 4 generations ago, Spanish and Portuguese was 4 to 7 generations ago, Eastern European was 5 to 8 generations ago, Congolese was 5 to 8 generations ago, which again makes sense because that puts it like firmly in the Civil War. Scandinavian is 5 to 8 plus generations ago, Southern East African is 5 to 8 plus generations ago, Senegambian and Ghanaian is 5 to 8 plus generations ago, Native American is 6 to 8 plus generations ago, and then Nigerian is 6 to 8 plus generations ago. Do we see the cat? Which is really cool. We've also got, me and this cat are gonna fight. Can you go away? This isn't your video, homie. Yeah, it's not your video. This is my video. I don't know about your cat DNA. Alright, well, guess she's gonna hang out in the video. But it also breaks down like different things, which I think is really cool. But what's really neat is that you learn a little bit more. And like, so like I said, I learned something about my family that I didn't know, which is mind-boggling. Like, how did I not know that? Anyways, I am just really excited to know a little bit more, and I'm excited to be able to share it with you guys. I have told pretty much everyone about it because I have not stopped talking about it since I got the results back. So now I'm excited to share it with you guys. And the cat, who is continuously cleaning herself. Can we not clean ourselves on video, homie? Yeah, can we not clean ourselves on video? Silly goose. Yeah, so I hope you guys found that as interesting as I did, and if you didn't, I found it interesting, so yay. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you've done one of these ancestry like DNA kit thingies. Like, tell me about your history. I think it's fascinating to learn a little bit more about people, which, you know, is always a good time. And if you're new, if you liked this video, subscribe. I would love to have you join the family and, you know, get to know you a little bit better. So thank you so much for tuning in. The cat's still cleaning herself, so if you subscribe, you get to deal with a little bit of this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
This girl came up to me, thought I looked really cool, singing on TV, said I wanna be like you.